Good morning, children. After the first chapter, now the next chapter which we have to start in maths is polynomials, chapter 2. Standard 9th, you have studied polynomials in one variable. There are certain terms which are associated with a polynomial. Let us try to understand those terms. I'll pick up a polynomial and make you understand it. First of all, what is polynomial? When there are many terms, it will be called a polynomial. For an example, suppose I write terms like this, okay? 2x cube, x raised to 5, 5x square, y cube, okay? Can you tell me what these are? Well, they are said to be monomial. Why monomial? Because there are only single terms. This is one term, this is a single term, this is a single term. Am I right? But if I write the same expression in this way, 2x cube plus x raised to 5, or say minus x raised to 5, either plus or minus. So I have written it together. It won't be together, but suppose it is 2x cube plus 5. I'll just rub off this part. Okay. Suppose it is 2x cube plus 5. And another sum is given to you, 2x cube or 2x square, whatever it may be, plus say 3. These are binomial because here there are two terms together. Okay, here instead of plus, if I use minus. So here you find that there are two terms. One term is 2x cube, the other term is x raised to 5, both are added. So it's a binomial. Here there are again two terms, 2x cube and 3, and it is subtracted. So these two terms are binomial. Am I clear? The previous one I told you are monomial. Now, if I take another example, which is already given over here, 2y square minus 3y plus 4. There are three terms, so you can call it as a trinomial. This particular sum which is given to you, 5x cube minus 4x square plus x minus root 2. If you want, you can sit and count 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, so tetranomial. But usually we don't call the terms after 3 as tetra, penta, hexa, hepta. Like that we don't give the name. We directly call them as polynomial. Okay. Where poly stands for many and nomial stands for terms. So when there are many terms in the sum, it is called polynomial. Now, is it that you can write the polynomial means many terms are there? You just pick up any number of terms and then join them together by an addition and subtraction. It will become a polynomial. Is it so? Let me ask you a question again. Let me put it in this better way. Suppose you must have not understood it earlier. They said polynomial means few terms together. Am I right? So, let me put the terms like this. Say 2y square minus 2 into root x plus 3 y cube upon x raised to 4y square. Now, is this a polynomial? You might say there is a denominator, so it's not a polynomial. Is it? Okay, then I'll do one thing. I'll just remove the denominator. Okay, and just I will put it like this, plus 4x raised to minus 1. Okay. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. So is it a polynomial? No, this is still not a polynomial. Can you tell me why? So polynomial is not just a collection of many terms together, but there is certain rule over there. Number one thing is the unknown term, that is a variable which is there, its power, its exponent should be a member of natural number including 0. Remember, 0 is not a part of natural number. You have learnt it very well. Clear? But I have mentioned that the power of the variable can be 0 or natural number. Matlab kya hua? Here it is root x. Root x means x raised to half. So what sort of power is it? Fractional. Here it is x raised to minus 1. What sort of a power is it? Negative. Therefore, this particular expression is not a polynomial. आई बात समझ में? X power, that is a variable which is there, its power cannot be fractional, it cannot be negative. Then what can it be? It should always be a number which is integer. An integral number is possible for the power of the variable, and 0 is also possible. Which means if I write 2x plus 3, it's a polynomial. Kyun? Here the power of x is 1 and here x is there but with the power 0. So this is a polynomial. Am I clear or not? So now my question is, out of these three expressions, okay, this one, that is 1 upon x minus 1, root x plus 2, and this one, are they polynomials? It's already written, they are not polynomials. Barabar na? Why are they not polynomial? Can you tell me? Because here x is in the denominator, means its power, if you take it to the numerator, it would be negative. Here it is an root x, means it will have a fractional power. Is that point clear? So therefore, these are not polynomials, whereas this one would be a polynomial. Which one? This is a polynomial. Is that point clear or not? This is a polynomial because here root 3 is a coefficient, x power is 1. Here also this is a polynomial because y power is 1 and root 2 is a coefficient, is a constant term. Is that point clear? Here x plus x minus 2 by 11 is also a polynomial because 2 by 11 is a constant term, or it's a coefficient of the variable x. This is also a polynomial, 2/3 u. 2/3 is a coefficient of u. समझ में आ रही है बात? So all these are polynomials. So polynomial concept is very clear to you, I hope. Now, when the polynomials topic is clear, then there are different types of polynomial. Number one, linear. Linear means जो आपने पिछले साल पढ़ा था. Linear stands for when the degree is 1. What is degree, by the way? The greatest power of the given polynomial is said to be the degree. Okay, when there are many terms together, out of that number of terms, if whichever power is greater, that will be the degree of the polynomial. So if the maximum degree of that polynomial is 1, it is said to be linear, and you'll always get a straight line if you plot a graph. Okay, so see all these examples which are given. In sabhi mein variable ka power is 1. But look into the next one, this example. Here you find that 2x plus 5 minus x square. So what is the greatest degree over here? It is x square. So 2 is the greatest degree. Isn't it? Here second one, x cube plus 1. What is the greatest degree over there? 3. Power greater is 3. So these two are not linear polynomial, but they are polynomials. Okay. Then what are they? Then you have the second type. If the degree is 2, it will be quadratic. अब देखिए example, 2x square plus 3x minus 2 by 5. Here the greatest degree is 2. Okay. Here y square minus 2. So greatest degree is 2 over here. Here also you will find 2 minus x square plus root 3x, greatest degree is 2. In this case, u by 3 minus 2u square plus 5, 2 is again greatest degree. Root 5 v square minus 2/3 v, 2 is greater. 4z square plus 1 upon 7, again 2 is a greater degree. So all these polynomials are having 2 as a degree. Now, if the polynomial's degree is 3, it is called cubic polynomial. Let us take the examples of cubic polynomial. Here, these are the examples of cubic polynomial. अब समझ में आ रहा है? In the polynomial, greatest power, whatever it is, that will be the degree of the polynomial, and accordingly, you have three main types of polynomial for this year: linear, quadratic, and cubic. Okay? Achha. What will be the general form of these, you know? General form of linear polynomial. What will it be, you know? It is going to be y is equal to ax plus b, where the power of x is 1. Linear polynomial, general formula. What will be the general formula of quadratic polynomial? Quadratic polynomial general formula will be y is equal to, okay, y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. बरोबर 6. And third one, y is equal to ax cube plus bx plus c bx square plus cx plus d. ये किसका है? हाँ, cubic. This is linear, this is quadratic, and this is cubic polynomial general formula. Did you understand what I am trying to tell you all? Okay, so these are given over here. So your cubic is already given over here. Clear? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a, b, c, d are real numbers and x is the variable. Is that point clear? Now, a second thing which you come across is the value of the polynomial. This also you have learned last year. Value of polynomial. What do you understand by value of polynomial? Let us take up an example again and work out what it means. X cube minus 3x minus 4. Okay. Suppose polynomial is given to you. X square minus 3x minus 4. Okay. Now, for which value will this particular polynomial's answer become 0? Can you tell me which value it will be? Let us, you factorize this part, x square minus 3x minus 4. If you factorize, what factors will you get? Minus 4 and plus 1. Minus 4 and plus 1 will give you minus 3 on addition, and on multiplication you will get minus 4. That means these two are the factors of this particular polynomial. Which means if I take the value of x, okay, if I take the value of x minus 4, let me see whether I will get it or not. Okay, minus 4 whole square minus 3 into minus 4 minus 4. What answer will I get? 16. Okay, minus and minus will become plus 12. Okay, and minus 4. Am I getting 0? Positive 16 minus 3 minus 4 will give you plus 12 minus 4. So I will not get 0 answer. But let me see, if I put plus 4, what will I get? Okay, if I put plus 4, what am I going to get? I will get 16. This will become minus 12. Am I right? This will become minus 12 because my minus 3 and plus 4 will give me minus 12 and minus 14. What answer will I get over here? 0. Which means for the value of p is equal to 4, I am getting 0 as the answer. The value of this entire polynomial becomes 0 for x value 4. Is that point clear? For x is equal to 4, I am getting 0 as the polynomial. Is that point clear or not? Minus 4 and plus 1 are the factors, which means when x is equal to positive 4 you take, you will get 0. Now let us take another example. The second factor was what in that particular sum, remember? I'll rewrite the sum over here. I'll rewrite the sum is equal to x square minus 3x plus 4. So if I take p of minus 1 square minus 3 into minus 1 plus 4, क्या मिलेगा मुझे? I'll get 1. This will be plus 3 and this will be plus 4. Did I get 0? No. So what should it be? It should be plus 1. Isn't it? So plus 1 if I take, then I will get plus 1 over here, and this part will become what? It will become minus 3. Correct? And plus 4. So, sorry, I made a mistake in the question. I wrote the question wrong. I'll rewrite it again. Sorry. X square minus 3x minus 4. That was the question. Am I right? So, p of minus 1. Minus 1 square minus 3 into minus 1 minus 4. 1 plus 3 and minus 4. I will get 0 answer, which means p of minus 1 is 0. So for this particular polynomial x square minus 3x minus 4, I get the answer of the polynomial 0 when x is equal to 4 and x is equal to minus 1. For these two values, I am getting the answer 0. So therefore, the value of this polynomial is said to be 4 and minus 1. Did you understand? What is the meaning of value of polynomial? Here it is given. If p of x is a polynomial in x and k is any real number, then the value obtained by replacing x by k is called the value of the polynomial. Is that point clear? Here they have explained it over here, that when you replace the value x by any other number and you get the answer 0, then that value is said to be the value of the polynomial, or it is also called the 0 of the polynomial. There are three terms which are given. Either you call it as value of the polynomial or 0 of the polynomial, or the third way of saying is it's the solution of the polynomial. आई बात समझ में? So if in the exam they ask you find the value of the polynomial or solution of the polynomial or zeros of the polynomial, it means you have to find out for which value of x is the polynomial's value becoming 0. For which substitution of x का value क्या substitute करने पर you are going to get the answer 0. That you have to find out. That value is called the zeros or the value of the polynomial or the solution of the polynomial. Clear till here? Okay. Again in standard 9, you have come across this particular statement. Do you remember? That if k is a 0 of the polynomial ax plus b, what is this p of x? P of x is equal to ax plus b? Linear polynomials general form. So if k is at 0, k is at 0 means what? In place of x, if you put k, you should get the answer of the polynomial 0. So p of k is equal to ak plus b. So k value will become minus b by a. So when the linear polynomial is given, its 0 will be equal to minus b upon a. Is that point clear? What does it mean? Let me make it more clear to you by an example. Suppose you are given a question y is equal to, suppose you are given a question y is equal to 2x plus 3 and you are asked to find the value of the polynomial. For which value of x will this entire polynomial become 0? So here you would say that suppose instead of y, we may write it like this. The polynomial is written in what way? I'll just rewrite it again. P of x is equal to 2x plus 3. So if I want the polynomial's value 0, then I'll put 0 is equal to 2x plus 3. So 2x will be equal to minus 3. So x value will be equal to minus 3 upon 2. ऐसे लिखते हैं ना? Am I right? This is how you write it. So x value will be minus 3 by 2 when? If I put my x value minus 3 by 2 over here in this particular question, I will get the polynomial value 0. So when you are asked to find the value of a polynomial, means for which value, what is the 0 of the polynomial, if they ask you, what are you supposed to do? You substitute the value of the p of x 0 and then calculate what will be the x value. Did you understand? That is how you calculate the polynomial. Now if you don't want to do like that, then as it is shown over here, the 0 of the polynomial will be minus b by a. So if I try to solve by this formula method, then what will I get? Minus b by a they are asking you. So if I want to solve it by formula method, it will look like this. P of x is equal to 2x plus 3. Okay. So the polynomial of this particular linear equation will be minus b by. Now what is b over here? This will be b and this will be a. Because general formula क्या था याद है? ax plus b. So 2 stands for a, x is already there, and 3 stands for b. So the value of x will be equal to what given to you in the formula? Minus b upon a. b का value क्या है यहाँ पे? 3. a is 2 and negative sign is already there in the formula. So minus 3 by 2. This is the same answer you got when I solved it just now by the usual way of substituting 0. Yes or no? So either you work it out by p of x is equal to 0 and then get the answer, or you directly utilize this particular formula minus b by a. Am I clear? Now geometrically, how will this look like? In case of linear polynomial ax plus b, linear polynomial is always written like that, no? Y is equal to ax plus b, and you will always get a straight line because it's linear. So they have given you an example. This is the graph they have drawn. Y is equal to 2x plus 3 graph they have plotted over here. Now to plot a graph, I hope you remember 9th standard you have done it. You suppose You take the x form or the y form and then you suppose value of one and you get the other and you prepare such a table. ये इस तरह से एक table बनाना होता है, right? In this table, what did they do? They substituted minus 2 in this particular equation, 2x plus 3. So when you put minus 2, 2 into minus 2 is minus 4 plus 3, minus 1 you will get. So when minus 2 is x value, y value you get minus 1. When 2 is x value, you will get the y value 7. So these two sets of values, they have plotted and they have got the graph. Got this graph? Now in this graph, you find that the graph is intersecting the x-axis at this particular point. Value of the polynomial you have to find. Your polynomial is in the form of x and you have to get the answer where the x-axis is being cut. So x-axis is cut on the negative side at 3 by 2. That means x is equal to minus 3 by 2 and y value is 0. Am I right or not? Here y value will be 0. On this x-axis, always when the point is there on the x-axis, the y value is 0, y coordinate is 0 and x coordinate is minus 3 by 2. So your value of this particular polynomial will be minus 3 by 2. At one point it is intersecting. Is that point clear or not? You don't consider the intersection at the y-axis because your polynomial is in which form? Ax plus b. It is in x form. Okay, so therefore you have to find the intersection with the x-axis. At how many points does this line intersect the x-axis? Only in one point. Therefore, the zeros, kitne zeros possible hai for a linear polynomial? Only one is possible. Is that point clear? So zeros of the linear polynomial will always be, in general for linear polynomial, it will intersect in only one point and therefore a linear polynomial will have only one zero. This is very, very important point which you mark it in your textbook. Objective में पूछा जाता है. Is that point clear? They may ask you what is the zero of the linear polynomial. Then you will say it is minus b upon a. Okay. And if they ask you the coordinate of that particular graph, then it will be minus b upon a and 0. And how many zeros are there for linear polynomial? You will say it is 1. Now let us consider the second one. Second one is quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial, what is the general form? Let us see. The quadratic polynomial here they have taken. Okay, this is the quadratic polynomial which is given to you. Now in this quadratic form, the equation given is x square minus 3x minus 4. This is the equation. Okay, you keep on substituting the value of x, all these values which are given, no, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These values you go on putting over here in this particular equation. And you will get the corresponding values of y. I will just work out one for you. Y is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. So suppose if I put the value of x is equal to minus 2, then I will work it out like this. Minus 2 ka square minus 3 into minus 2 minus 4. I will get 4 plus 6 minus 4. This will be cancelled out. I will get what answer? 6. यहाँ पे 6 ही लिखा है ना. So same way, now what should you do? Now you substitute the value minus 1. Where? In this particular equation. And then you will get 0 answer. If you substitute 3, you will get minus 4 answer. Just check it out. So all these values are given. Now you plot it. So see, they have plotted the graph. This time what sort of a graph are you getting? You are getting a U-shaped graph. Because this is a quadratic polynomial, ax square plus bx plus c is the general form of quadratic polynomial. So you got a graph which is in the pattern of U. At how many places is the x-axis cut, can you see? At 2 places. Did you understand? The graph can be an upward U, it can be a lowered U also. But that will depend upon what? That is very, very important objective. The upward U or lowered U will depend upon whether the a value is greater or less than 0. What is a value? Here, if you look into this part, ax square plus bx plus c, this is the a part. If this a is positive, you will get an upward U graph. If this a is negative, you will get a lower U graph. Is that point clear? You are having both the examples over here. This particular graph is of the polynomial which one? X square minus 3x minus 4. So usme x square, what is the coefficient of x square? Positive 1. So you got an upward U. But if you take the next graph which is given over here. Okay, here. This is an example. So 2 zeros are possible in the quadratic formula. Which one? 2 zeros क्यों कहते हैं? Because x-axis is cut in only two places. Either it may be a downward U or an upward U, but it will cut the x-axis in how many points? Only 2 points. So here this is the upward U graph. Again the x-axis is cut at 2 points only. So this means what? The zeros of polynomial, quadratic polynomial ax plus bx plus c, ax square plus bx plus c will be always only 2. Is that point clear? You cannot have more zeros. Now you can also have, in case of quadratic polynomial, 1 0. देखो ये दोनों ग्राफ के अंदर they are intersecting only at one point. Okay, only at one point it is cut. So you can have a graph for quadratic polynomial where only 1 0 is possible. Is that point clear or not? A third situation is possible that the graph may not intersect. देखो यहाँ पे हवा में है. It is not cutting the x-axis. So there is no 0 at all. Is that point clear? Which means, what do you come to know over here? In case of quadratic polynomial, there are three possibilities. A quadratic polynomial can have two distinct zeros. It may have two equal zeros. Two equal का मतलब क्या हुआ? Same zero, only one zero, and no zero. Is that point clear or not? When are these possible, you know? If one example I already told you, this particular equation, the previous page you had the equation, isn't it? For this particular sum, it was x square minus 3x minus 4. This was the u graph. This figure is of this particular linear equation, linear polynomial, where there were two graphs. Okay, but suppose you have a quadratic form. Suppose you are having a sum like this: x square minus 3x, sorry, x square minus 6x plus 9. Do you know what answer you will get over here? X minus 3 ka whole square. So here you will get this is x minus 3 whole square, isn't it? So here the answer of x means if I take the x value 3, I will get 0. For no other value I will get 0. Only for x is equal to 3 I am going to get 0. समझ में आ रहा है ना? So here you will have only 1 0. When are you getting 1 0 or when are you having equal 0? When it is a perfect square. When your polynomial is a perfect square trinomial, you will always have equal zeros. दो zeros हैं लेकिन दोनों zeros equal. They are not different. Is that point clear? And a third situation where you will not have 0 is when the graph is not intersecting the x-axis. Is that point clear or not? So till here I'll stop. In the next video I will take up the type of graphs for the cubic polynomial. Is that point clear till here? So till here what we have seen: what is a polynomial, what are the characteristics of a polynomial, how many types of polynomial are there, and what type of graph is depicted when there is a linear polynomial and a quadratic polynomial, and at the same time how many zeros are possible in a linear polynomial and in a quadratic polynomial. Is that clear? So further we will continue in the next video. Okay.